I'm Darrell Watkins, and let's queer up faith. Christian food bank shelves left empty after pastor rejects donations from LGBTQ+ allies. A Christian food bank is facing backlash after its presiding pastor, Alvin Christian, turned away substantial food donations from LGBTQ+ organizations and allied community groups, leaving the facility's shelves nearly empty. The ministry defended its decision by asserting that accepting support from groups advocating for LGBTQ+ inclusion compromised the church's religious doctrines and core theological mission. The rejection comes at a time when food insecurity rates remain high across local communities, leaving families who rely on the pantry without essential provisions. Community members, local advocacy groups, and mutual aid networks have voiced sharp criticism, arguing that humanitarian relief and basic human survival needs should transcend ideological divides. Highlighting the frustration of local residents and community organizers, critics emphasized that turning away food meant starving families to take a stand against LGBTQ people isn't ministry, it's prioritizing prejudice over human survival. For the queer community and broader public, the controversy underscores a troubling conflict. When religious institutions weaponize doctrine against marginalized allies, it is vulnerable community members who suffer the consequences. I have so much to say, but we have a really brutal and time-keeping producer, so I'm not going to be able to say all the things that I want to say, but I am so enraged.
Pass me your notes.
We'll just go down, maybe the three of us. I'm so outraged by this, though. Sunshine Cathedral, we have a pantry. We feed over 1,000 people, 1,100, 1,200 people every week. We did 55,000 people last year. And we're already ahead of that this year because the need is increasing. Although we were promised cheap eggs or whatever, people don't have enough food. They just can't get enough food. And so they come to places. And well over half of the people we serve are straight. We're a queer church feeding straight people because we don't care. We don't ask. What we care is that people not go to bed hungry, that people don't have to eat crap, just that they should actually have healthy food. They can live, healthy lives. And so we never ask. And other churches, we'll feed you a hot meal once you listen to this sermon or sit at this Bible study. Then you haven't got a free meal. Just the currency is something other than coins. No, you come here.
It's like a timeshare.
Yeah. You come here at Sunshine, though, you say you need food, and you get food. You don't have to prove it. You have to give us tell us a story. If you're a college student just having a rough week that week, come get some food. So because this is our vision of ministry, I don't understand this at all. That if you don't hate the people I hate, then you can just starve. What is that?
Well, you're starving your own people in this case.
And yes,
it's not like you're starving LGBTQ people coming in.
You're starving your people because the food came from people that you don't like. Well, who cares? The Apostle Paul said that it was okay to eat meat consecrated to idols. He's like, if you don't believe in it, then it doesn't matter because it's not even real for you. So go ahead and eat the meat, said the Apostle Paul to the Corinthians. Hello. So I can't stand people. First of all, his name, is that his drag name, Christian? I can't believe. It's certainly not something he's trying to live into. Jesus looking at the multitudes, and they only have a sack lunch to feed 5,000 people, and Jesus says, you feed them. They said they wanted Jesus to send them away. Like, go send them to supermarkets. We can't feed. It's like, no, you feed them. And they had to scrounge around and do what they could. When Jesus love your neighbor as yourself, do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Nowhere does it say, if somebody doesn't hate who you hate, let them starve to fucking death. Nowhere did Jesus say that. Not even the extra canonical literature. So this is just hate packaged as conservative values. No, there's nothing valuable about letting people suffer. Have you ever heard of the Good Samaritan? Two people from different sides of the thing, different ideologies, should have hated each other. But once somebody was down and out, and P.S., it was the super religious people who walked by his ass. It was the so-called enemy that took care of him and saved his life. It's a parable, but it makes the point. So yeah, this Christian food bank, it's not even a human food bank. And right now it's not even an effective food bank because the shelves are empty. Just because you won't take dry goods, you won't take canned goods and macaroni from queers. Right. You're so stupid.
It's not like they were cooking it and they said, well, don't eat gay food. Right. Because it was touched by gay people, so you'll catch it.
But if you want it tasty, if you wanted it tasty, you'd want a gay person cooking it.
Exactly. Well, yeah, that's true because it's a little seasoning, whatever. But just the fact that, well, I have a couple of thoughts. Like one is, good for them for doing this, because you know what? There are other organizations that will take care of people that care. And so redirect your funding, whether you're LGBT or straight, to people that are going to take care of people because they believe in humanity and the goodness in all. Because that's what it comes down to. It's like there's goodness out there, and we see the hate, and it takes top billing, but there's so much kindness and stuff in the world. I just finished reading a book called Theo of Golden. And if you haven't heard of it or read it, it is just basically on this, helping people like from a humanitarian standpoint. It wasn't about a food bank or anything, but it had the same message of just because you're homeless doesn't mean you still have a story, you know, and your story will make me even more sympathetic. When I hear why or how you got to where you are, it opens your eyes to people that you may think, oh, I don't want to be around them. But then when you hear the story, it changes everything. So just the fact that this local organization doesn't deserve to be around if it's trying to starve people to death, starve their own people to death. Yeah, like that's the worst of it.
And let me just add this little caveat that for some reason, other people loving in ways that you don't understand, that means they should starve. P.S. Read a book, check into like recent scholarship, and by recent I mean in the last 100 years. There's nothing wrong with being gay. Check in with the APA since 1973, the American Psychiatric Association. There's nothing wrong, there's nothing disordered, there's nothing immoral about being gay. There's nothing wrong about being anything. It's just ontology, it's what you are. So not only is it hateful, it is stupid hatred, because you are condemning something that isn't even wrong.
I believe in humanity first. And I think regardless of religion or faith, you have a duty to serve. And anyone who denies people things that they deserve should be punished. I would never support an organization that refuses to take donations from an organization because they're LGBTQ. Starvation is something that is not a good thing. And I think it's blasphemy to utilize the church or any place of worship to claim to care for people and then withhold it because of support of a certain group. It does no one any favors.
No. Who's helped by it? And would they turn down food from a divorce lawyer? I mean, like, how many? Why is this the one thing?
Come on now,
right? So, what would they refuse help from some place that helps sex workers? Get control of their lives. I'm not saying that all sex workers aren't. Some people do. But I'm saying if you wanted to change, right? And someone's helping. Oh, I'm not taking the sex worker helper money or whatever. Like, no, this is particular homophobia. Which is a lie. They're not scared of anything. It's homo hatred and trans loathing. And there's nothing righteous about that.
No.
Well,
you know what?
There is no other queer non-profit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.